If you're a man over 60 and you've been wondering why your body doesn't respond the way it used to, why your energy seems to dip halfway through the day, or why your performance, both mentally and physically, feels off, you're not the only one. But here's something you may not have heard before. The issue might not be age, and it's probably not your fault either. For a lot of men I've worked with, the problem came down to 3 key vitamins they were missing. Once those were corrected, things started changing fast. More stamina, sharper thinking, and yes, better performance in bed. I'm Dr. Marcus Ray, and I've spent the last 18 years helping men in their 60s and beyond reclaim their vitality. I'm not here to push prescriptions. I'm here to show you the basic nutritional gaps that could be holding you back and how to fix them naturally, starting today. Stick around, because I'll also tell you about one common mistake that makes these vitamins useless if you're not careful. And we'll talk about how to avoid wasting your time and money on cheap options that don't work. Before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss out on real health solutions made for men over 60. If any part of this hits home for you, type a yes in the comments. If you're still on the fence, drop a maybe and let's talk about it. All right, let's get started. Vitamin number 1, magnesium. Let's kick things off with a nutrient that doesn't get nearly enough credit, but makes a world of difference for men over 60. Magnesium. This mineral plays a key role in over 300 processes in your body. We're talking muscle function, heart rhythm, nerve signaling, sleep regulation, and even blood sugar balance. Yet, most men don't realize they're running low until their body starts waving red flags. Daily fatigue, leg cramps, restless sleep, tension that lingers, and yes, even a lack of physical performance where it matters most. I want to tell you about Harold, one of my longtime clients. He's 67, a retired mechanic with a strong build and a no-nonsense attitude. When he first walked into my office, he said, "Doc, I'm not tired. I'm drained. Every day by mid-afternoon, I hit a wall. My muscles feel tight, my brain's in a fog, and I've lost that go I used to have." He wasn't complaining to be dramatic. He was genuinely confused. His labs looked decent. He was eating well, but he still felt off. We ran some further tests, and sure enough, his magnesium levels were suboptimal. Not dangerously low, but low enough to explain everything he was feeling. You see, as men get older, our ability to absorb and retain magnesium drops, especially if we're on common meds like diuretics, antacids, or blood pressure pills. Even if you're eating well, today's soil is often depleted of minerals, so the spinach or grains you're eating don't offer as much as they used to. When your body lacks magnesium, your muscles can't fully relax, which impacts sleep. Your blood vessels don't widen efficiently, which affects blood flow. And your stress response gets amplified because magnesium helps regulate cortisol, the stress hormone. It's not just about preventing cramps or restless legs. This mineral has a direct impact on how calm, strong, and focused you feel every day. Now, the good news? Magnesium is one of the easiest fixes. For Harold, I started him on magnesium glycinate, which is gentle on the stomach and highly absorbable. We also added more magnesium-rich foods into his daily meals. Pumpkin seeds in his morning oatmeal, sautéed spinach with dinner, and a sprinkle of dark chocolate now and then. 3 weeks in, Harold returned and said something simple but powerful. "Doc, I don't feel like I'm pushing through the day anymore. I feel like I'm moving through it." His sleep had improved. The tension in his legs was gone, and his mood was noticeably lighter. His wife even noticed he was humming in the mornings again, something she hadn't heard in months. If you're over 60 and feeling a dip in your energy, your sleep isn't restful, or your muscles seem to tense up for no reason, don't overlook magnesium. Go for a high-quality supplement like magnesium glycinate or citrate. Avoid magnesium oxide, which doesn't absorb well and can upset your stomach. And pair it with foods like almonds, avocados, black beans, and leafy greens. It's a simple change, but it could be the missing link to getting your energy and comfort back without reaching for caffeine or pain meds just to get through the day. Vitamin number 2, zinc. Zinc is one of those quiet nutrients that rarely gets the spotlight, but when it's missing, the effects are loud and clear. Low energy, a drop in confidence, slower recovery, and fading interest in intimacy. While most people associate zinc with immunity or wound healing, for men over 60, Zinc plays a much deeper role. It's directly tied to testosterone levels, prostate function, mental sharpness, and overall stamina. If you've been feeling like the fire's gone out, even though nothing dramatic has changed in your lifestyle, zinc might be the spark that's missing. I remember Martin, a 71-year-old former military trainer, who came to see me because he said he didn't feel like himself anymore. I'm eating clean, walking every morning, and I even lift weights twice a week, he said, but I still feel flat. I'm not waking up with that sense of push, and I've lost the desire to initiate anything with my wife. This was a man who had lived with structure and discipline all his life. He wasn't lazy, and he wasn't depressed. But his testosterone was on the low end of normal, and his zinc levels were even lower. Turns out, Martin had been unknowingly depleting zinc for years, mainly through sweating during workouts and through common medications that affect absorption. Zinc is essential for the enzymes involved in testosterone production. Without enough of it, your body simply can't produce or maintain the levels you once had. And it's not just about hormone levels. Zinc also supports sperm production, immune response, wound healing, and even your sense of smell and taste. But here's the tricky part. As you age, your ability to absorb zinc from food declines. You might be eating plenty of meat or nuts, but your gut doesn't pull as much from those foods as it used to. Combine that with medications like diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, or even long-term aspirin use, and the odds of deficiency go way up. The fix is surprisingly simple. I started Martin on 15 milligrams of zinc picolinate daily, which is easier for the body to absorb. We also added zinc-rich foods like grass-fed beef, lentils, and a few pumpkin seeds as a snack. Within 4 weeks, he was already feeling better. It's like the lights came back on, he said. Not in a dramatic way. Just steady, solid energy again. I don't dread getting out of bed in the morning anymore. His wife later told me he'd started taking the lead again on planning their weekend outings, something he hadn't done in over a year. If you're thinking about adding zinc to your routine, make sure you're choosing the right form. Zinc picolinate or citrate is more effective than cheaper options like zinc oxide. And don't go overboard. 20 to 30 milligrams daily is plenty for most men. Also, pair it with a small amount of copper if you're supplementing long-term, since high-dose zinc can throw that mineral off balance. When used consistently, zinc can help restore that steady, inner drive you may not have felt in a while. And no, you don't need a prescription to get started. Vitamin number 3, CoQ10. Let's talk about something your body relies on every single day, but that most men don't even know they're losing. Coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10 is a nutrient your body produces naturally. It's not technically a vitamin, but it behaves like one in many ways. Think of it as a fuel injector for your cells. It helps turn the food you eat into usable energy. And as you age, your body slowly stops making enough of it. That's one big reason why you may feel like you're running on half a tank, even when you're eating right and sleeping well. I had a client named Greg, 66, recently retired, proud grandpa and lifelong walker. He came to me after noticing a weird kind of fatigue. It's not that I'm lazy, he said. It's just like my body doesn't get the message when I want to move. I'm slow and foggy, and even mowing the lawn takes twice as long. Greg wasn't on a bad diet. He wasn't skipping sleep, but he had one thing working against him. He was on a statin medication for cholesterol, and statins, while helpful for heart health, are known to drain the body's natural CoQ10 levels. Add age into the mix, and it was clear his energy issue was cellular, not motivational. CoQ10 is found in every cell of the body, but the heart, muscles, and brain use the most. When levels dip, those organs start struggling. You feel it as slower recovery, mental sluggishness, shortness of breath during activity, and a lack of physical drive, even if the rest of your health seems fine. That's why CoQ10 is especially important for men over 60. It's not just about energy. It's about maintaining the performance of your most vital systems, your heart, your brain, and yes, your sexual health. CoQ10 helps improve circulation and blood vessel function, both crucial for stamina and performance. Greg started on 100 milligrams of ubiquinol daily. That's the active, absorbable form of CoQ10. Within 2 weeks, he noticed a difference. "Doc, I'm not dragging anymore," he said with a laugh. I cleaned out the garage without needing a nap. My head's clearer. I even beat my grandson in a game of horse. That may sound simple, but for Greg, it was a breakthrough. The small changes added up. He felt more in control of his body and more present in his day-to-day life. If you're over 60, especially if you're taking cholesterol meds or blood pressure pills, adding CoQ10 could be one of the smartest things you do for your energy. Look for ubiquinol, not regular ubiquinone. It costs a bit more, but it works better, especially as your digestive system slows with age. Start with 100 milligrams per day and take it with a meal that includes some healthy fat, like avocado or olive oil. Your body absorbs it more effectively that way. CoQ10 doesn't give you a jittery energy boost. It gives you real, steady power at the cellular level. And for many men, that's the missing piece between just getting through the day and actually enjoying it. Now that we walked through the benefits of magnesium, zinc, and CoQ10 on our own, here's where things get really interesting. When you take these three nutrients together, they work as a team, not just improving one area of your health, but supporting your body across the board: circulation, energy production, hormone balance, and even mental clarity. I like to call this combination the power trio, because when used properly, these three nutrients complement one another in a way that brings back that steady, lasting vitality that so many men feel slipping away. Magnesium helps your muscles relax, improves sleep, and keeps your blood vessels open and flexible. Zinc supports testosterone production, enhances immune response, and boosts stamina and drive. CoQ10 powers your cells from within, giving your heart, brain, and muscles the energy they need to actually perform. Put these three together, and you're not just addressing symptoms. You're restoring the foundation of how your body functions day to day. You sleep better, think more clearly, and respond more confidently in every area of life. One of my favorite examples is Paul, a 70-year-old former airline technician who came to me feeling like he had aged 10 years in two. He was tired by 10 a.m., felt disconnected from his wife, and had started turning down invitations to family events because he just didn't feel up to it. We started with small, consistent steps: magnesium glycinate in the evening, zinc picolinate in the morning, and 100 milligrams of ubiquinol after lunch. He didn't feel like Superman overnight, but by week 3, he was waking up without the usual fog. By week 6, he told me, "I feel like myself again. My grandkids want to race me up the driveway now, and I say yes." Paul didn't need a dozen pills or some high-tech solution. He just needed the right kind of support every single day. This trio works best when it's built into your daily rhythm. It's not about chasing a boost or relying on caffeine or sugar for energy. It's about giving your body what it needs to function the way it was designed to. These aren't exotic or expensive fixes. They're practical, accessible, and supported by decades of research. The real power lies in how consistently you take them and how you combine them with smart habits: decent sleep, whole foods, hydration, and movement. So if you've been feeling like something's off, but you don't know where to start, this is it. Start with the trio. Start with what your body might be quietly asking for. You don't need a major overhaul. You just need to build from the inside out, one habit, one nutrient, one day at a time. Most men over 60 don't need more motivation. They need more fuel. And this power trio gives you just that: fuel for your mind, your body, and the part of you that still wants to live with strength and purpose. Now that you understand how magnesium, zinc, and CoQ10 work together to support your energy, drive, and overall health, there's something you need to know. Something that could cancel out all the good you're trying to do. And it's a mistake I see far too often in men over 60 who genuinely want to feel better, but get discouraged when they don't see results. The mistake? Using the wrong type or the wrong quality of supplements. Most guys walk into the nearest store or hop online, grab a multivitamin or the cheapest version of what they need, and hope for the best. They're trusting that label without realizing that not all supplements are created equal. The form, dosage, and absorption rate matter more than the brand name or the price tag. And if your body can't properly use what you're giving it, it's like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. You'll never feel the full benefit. Let's start with magnesium. A lot of over-the-counter brands use magnesium oxide, which sounds fine on paper but is poorly absorbed by the body and often causes digestive discomfort. Instead, What your body can actually use is magnesium glycinate or citrate. These forms are gentler, more bioavailable, and don't just pass right through you. The same goes for zinc. Zinc gluconate and oxide are commonly used in cheaper products, but are harder for older adults to absorb. Go for zinc picolinate or zinc citrate, which are better tolerated and more effective, especially for supporting testosterone. Then there's CoQ10. This one's especially important if you're taking statins, which are known to deplete your body's natural CoQ10. But even then, grabbing any random CoQ10 bottle won't cut it. Most over-the-counter CoQ10 comes in the form of ubiquinone, which is harder for your body to convert into the active form it actually needs. After 60, your ability to make that conversion drops significantly. That's why I recommend ubiquinol, the already active version of CoQ10. It might cost a little more, but it's worth every penny when you actually start feeling more alive again. The other big mistake? Inconsistency. Taking your vitamins one day, skipping the next, then forgetting for a week? That's like starting a workout routine and quitting every weekend. Your body craves rhythm. Nutrients like these work best when they're showing up in your system daily, supporting your cells in small, steady ways. It's not about big changes overnight. It's about small wins that build momentum. One of my clients, Gerald, had this exact issue. He was doing everything right, taking his supplements, eating decent meals, but he wasn't seeing results. Turns out he was switching brands constantly, skipping days without realizing, and buying low-quality versions from discount bins. Once we cleaned up his supplement routine, fewer pills, better quality, taken consistently, his energy levels turned around within a month. It's not that I was lazy, he told me. I just didn't know the difference until I felt it. So if you're serious about taking back your energy, performance, and peace of mind, don't waste time on cheap shortcuts. Choose well, stay consistent, and give your body the quality it deserves. You've done the hard work of surviving this long. Now it's time to start thriving with the right tools used the right way. Let's bring this all together with something you can actually use. A realistic daily routine. No complicated regimens. No 20 supplement cabinets. Just a straightforward system built around the 3 nutrients we've covered: magnesium, zinc, and CoQ10. When you follow this rhythm every day, it becomes second nature. And most men start noticing real changes in their energy, mood, and focus within a few short weeks, not months. Start your morning strong. Right after you wake up, drink a full glass of water to rehydrate. Then, with breakfast, take 100 milligrams of CoQ10 ubiquinol and 15 milligrams of zinc picolinate. Make sure your meal includes some healthy fat, like eggs, avocado, or olive oil, so your body can absorb these nutrients properly. If you're not a big breakfast person, even a boiled egg and a few nuts will do. This combination fuels your energy production and hormone support from the beginning of the day, helping you avoid that midday slump or brain fog that can make the hours feel long and unproductive. In the evening, wind down with magnesium. After dinner, or about an hour before bed, take 200 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate. This is one of the most absorbable and calming forms of magnesium. It supports deeper sleep, reduces muscle tension, and helps your heart and blood vessels recover overnight. Pair this with a light, protein-based snack if needed, like Greek yogurt or a small handful of pumpkin seeds. You'll likely notice better sleep quality, fewer nighttime awakenings, and a more relaxed body heading into bed. If you prefer, you can build these into your pill organizer, morning and evening slots, so you don't have to think about it every day. And if you're not into supplements, focus on food-based sources too. Cook with spinach or Swiss chard a few times a week for magnesium. Eat a couple of oysters or a serving of beef here and there for zinc. Sprinkle sunflower seeds on your salad for a dose of vitamin E, which works well alongside zinc. And if you're already on statins, consider asking your doctor about adding CoQ10, since that's the first nutrients to drop when you're on those medications. Also, give yourself grace. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent enough that your body can trust the support it's getting. When your cells get what they need regularly, your body starts doing what it's meant to do. Wake up energized, think clearly, move more easily, and reconnect with the people and activities that matter most to you. What surprises most men isn't just that this works. It's how doable it is. 3 nutrients, 2 short windows of time each day, and steady results that show up not just in how you feel, but also in how you carry yourself. Whether it's walking longer without needing to sit down, laughing more freely with your partner, or saying yes to plans instead of making excuses, you'll know it's working. Start tomorrow, or even tonight. Set out your supplements, plan a simple breakfast, and take the first step toward restoring what age tried to take away. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about holding on to strength, and that's something every man deserves. You're not broken. You're not past your prime. You may just be undernourished in the right areas. You don't need 20 different pills. You don't need a complete lifestyle overhaul. Start small, start smart, and stay consistent. If you found this helpful, tap the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what's one thing you're going to try from this video? Or what's been working for you? You deserve to feel like yourself again, and that can start today. Let's keep going strong, together,